what's in your garage has come down to Bear Park at Elizabeth Bay today to see long-time member of the Mercedes-Benz Club, Stephen Debano. How are you, Stephen?
Very well, thanks, Vince. Thank you for asking.
Oh, look, and you've got a beautiful Mercedes-Benz here. What model is this?
This is a W189, a 1958 300D.
Wow. It is in beautiful condition.
Thank you.
I think many of our members are familiar with this car. We've seen it at quite a few of our Sydney German Autofest shows and at concours for, well, really the last 20 or 30 years.
Yes, true, very true. It's been to quite a few shows and concours and rallies and drives and events over the last 30 plus years, yes.
And this pillarless coupe situation is just gorgeous, isn't it?
It is actually a coupe. It's interesting you picked it up. Not many people do realise the concept of a coupe, and it does qualify for technically a coupe, even though it's 4 doors and it's pillarless. So, yes.
And very popular for weddings too, isn't it?
Brides love it. Great expanse of photographs, plenty of legroom in the back for veils and for the train. And
let's have a close look inside.
Certainly.
Please. Because I do remember that these 300Ds have the most sumptuous dash. Look at that.
Very well appointed, a lot of bright work. The timber's very rich in its colouring. Enough dials and knobs to keep anybody happy, and you've got to remember what works what why. And I must admit, when you don't use it every day and it starts to rain or you're in the fog and the mist, you've got to say, now which one's the wipers and which one's the fog lights, but in a few minutes you work it out again.
I bet. And what have we got on the clock there, Stephen? 80,284?
That's obviously miles, and
Sure.
that's 180,000.
It's 180,000,
Yes.
all right. Okay. And Becca, Mexico.
It's a valve job
there.
which works. When it was released, this model, the radio was an option, and the car was 28,500 marks in 1957, but for the mere sum of 3,400 extra, roughly 12% of the value of the car, you get the radio.
Good Lord.
So the radio was 12% impost on the value of the total car when it was released.
What an expensive add-on.
Very much so.
Me. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed the drive here, and in fact I'll video something on the way back in these beautiful, luxurious seats. Absolute armchair, moving armchairs.
Now this, as you can see, has a bench. When they were released, most were in buckets, but this was ordered originally as a bench seat.
Right. Look at the room in the back here, Steve. Just open that door for me, because it's it's just huge.
Plenty of legroom.
Stretched right out.
And you can see in the brace on the rear of the front seat, you can lower the whole back down and it fits in snug here. You can move the seat forward, slide it back, and it makes it actually makes a pretty well flat bed if you wish.
So you could sleep in it?
Yes.
Wow. Beautifully. And have you had this restored, Stephen?
Yes, this car has gone through 2 renaissances. Most recently is in 2013 and 14, Sam Physio, and the body was repainted and a lot of the bright work was redone. The interior, the leather was done in, trying to think now, 1982 or 83. So whilst it's not the original leather, it's still not bad for going on 39, 38 years. Every year it gets washed down a couple times with warm soapy water, and that's it.
So this interior is from...
Nearly 40 years old.
Wow, I thought it was... Well, look, I mean, that's amazing. That's just beautiful. Just beautiful.
I have this overlay carpet to protect it, but you can see the carpets are underneath and they're fine as well.
So that's the original carpet from 1950?
No, this was also done.
Okay, so you've had the...
but yes, so this carpet's on 40 years old as well.
Right, okay. And there's a story about the roof line of this car is higher than you would expect, because the vehicle's named after a Chancellor who used to wear a large hat. Is that right?
There is a story. Konrad Adenauer, who was the first Chancellor of Germany post World War II from 1949 to 1960. 60 or 61, I have to look it up now. He had quite a few in his tenure, he had 7. And when he retired, the last one the German government gave to him for his personal use as opposed to being a state car. So it was a great diplomatic coup for Germany to have not only a car named after him by the association, the Adenauer Mercedes, but also to perfect and show the world German expertise and craftsmanship in Mercedes-Benz.
Wow.
So with respect to this hat, the first 300 Adenauer had was 1951. At the same time, BMW were also seeking interest to get the contract for state vehicles for Germany.
Oh.
And I've forgotten the model, but when Adenauer tried it out, the main discomfort for the car was not the riding, not the mechanics, but the headroom, because the BMW roof was somewhat lower and it interfered with his hat. So it was not dawned on by him to be a most favourable car. He preferred the higher headlining.
Was it a Homburg he wore?
I think it was a Homburg, you're correct.
Isn't it a magnificent vehicle? It's a big vehicle, isn't it?
It is a large vehicle. So here you see the front of it. The standard 300 came out without the option of the extra fog lights.
Right.
They were an accessory, but as you can see, they already have fog lights in the single fog lights below each headlight,
Yes.
built into the guard. But some did come out, and then on the badge bar you have 3 badges, all are relevant to the period. They're all 1950s badges. The first is the RDRC, which is like the German NRMA.
Right.
The second is Mercedes-Benz Car Club, original, the UK one, the original Car Club car badge. And the third one is the DAS, the Deutsche Automobilschutz Aktengesellschaft, which is like our equivalent to a green slip. So in other words, you showed that your car was insured as well, and you had your road service.
I see. And funnily enough, the Mercedes-Benz Club UK,
Yes,
the first Benz Club to
It
be,
was.
and now the oldest.
correct.
Well. And what about the motor? Let's have a look under the bonnet, please.
Most certainly.